Alrighty, guys, welcome. It is Sarah Rogers, your 2-star double platinum, a 2-time I-10 card holder, 100K ring earner, and founder council member. Today, what we're going to be going over is all of the things team building 102. So that's going to be post the prospect meeting. So the close, follow up, all of the things. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to ask that you guys take out a notebook, pen and paper, because I'm going to be giving you guys scripts that you guys can utilize right away, that you guys can apply. And we're going to be teaching you guys what exactly to say to your prospects, when to say it, how to follow up, when to follow up, and all of the things. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let's go ahead and type this. Okay, so first, let me go ahead and maximize that, zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. Is that better for you guys? Okay, first 5 to 10 minutes of meeting. First we want to go ahead and make sure that your prospects are there, right? So when you're in the meeting, you guys should be checking in all of your prospects, okay? So what does that mean? The first 5 to 10 minutes of the meeting, you have any invitees that you have, any prospects that you have. What do you do? Okay, you are signing onto the webinar. You are checking your list of attendees and checking to see who is there. How many of you guys do this now? And have you ever been like towards the end of the meeting, you're like, I don't even know who's there. Guys, this is your bread and butter. Check to see who is there. Check to see who is there. This is a really good habit that you want to get into. One of the things that I teach about team building is you always want to keep your composure. You always want to keep your posture. What does that mean? Posture. You want to make sure the ball is always in your court. You never, oopsies, to come off desperate. Okay, so with that, I'm going to show you how to follow up. Let's say you're checking your list of everybody that you invited, and you don't see people in the meeting. How many of you see that? You're going through your list and you're like, man, 5 of my 10 people made it, right? Maybe, how many of you ever do that? Okay, so what do you do if you invited somebody but don't see them in the meeting? And this is critical. This is why timing is so important. We're talking about first 5 to 10 minutes. This is why all the presenters do a little bit of lobby time in the beginning, because we're expecting you guys to be on, checking for your prospects. We're giving you guys that ability right in the beginning to log in before we get going, okay? If you're doing this halfway into the meeting, it's not going to work, because if you're texting your prospect, asking them where they are halfway into the meeting, guess what? If they log in, they've missed half of the information. No bueno, that is not good. We want them to hop on board, right? We want them to get on before or right in the beginning. If they miss a couple of minutes, that's okay. This is what I want you guys to be texting them. This is what I text all my people if they're not in the meeting. Hey, whatever their name is, we are in the meeting. Where are you? Okay. This is literally what I text them within the first 5-10 minutes. Anybody who's not on my, anybody who's on my list but isn't in the meeting, this is what I text them. Okay. You may not always get a response. Okay. But you will get people who hop on. And remember, every number counts. Okay. one of the things that you have to learn in team building, guys, is not everybody that you invite is going to go to a meeting. Not everybody that goes to a meeting is going to stay the whole time. Not everybody that stays to the end is going to sign up. So you know what is your critical factor in success? Invite, 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 expose, expose, expose. Your number, you're inviting massive amount of people, okay? The more you invite, the more likely you're gonna get a yes out of that. Not everybody's going to say yes. That isn't the point of team building, and that shouldn't be your goal. That shouldn't be your goal if I invite 5 people to get all 5 people to say yes. That's an unrealistic goal. One of the things that I'm really big on is giving you guys realistic expectations. I want you guys to be mentally prepared for the reality of the situation when team building, so that when you come across those real life situations, you're going to be like, oh yeah, Sarah told me I wasn't going to get everybody. You know what? I got 2 out of 5 today. I got 3 out of 5 today. That's actually really good, right? That's actually really good. You're not meant to bring on every single person that you do that, okay? I don't really go into renaming them. If they text me and they tell me that they're in the meeting, I will just mark them on, okay? I don't even go into please reschedule. I don't even give them that option yet, Carmen, okay? So really, really important, guys. You want to allow me to go ahead and teach how to utilize closing and follow-up, right? And then apply what it is that I'm teaching, all right? So now you got your people on, you got them checked in. It's okay to hop off after that point. Now, if you're somebody who wants to eventually learn and do presentations for your team, I definitely suggest sticking around, watching some prospect meetings, because that's going to really catapult you to be able to prepare you for that next step of leadership. Okay. So what do I do after that? The last couple minutes of the meeting, or once people get onto the Q&A portion, I sign back in, right? So the last portion of the meeting, I sign back in. Why? I check mark who is still there. Why do I do that? These will be the people that I follow up with first. Okay, these will be the people that I follow up with first. All right. So, how soon after the meeting do you guys follow up with your prospects? How soon after the meeting do you guys follow up with your prospects? We can be honest. Honesty is good, right? Because if we're wanting to learn and grow, guys, the best thing that you can do is be honest. Because if you can be honest with your process, and if you're not getting the results that you want, with that honesty comes an opportunity to be able to teach you where you can improve your strategy and grow to make you stronger, right? So everybody go ahead and type in the chat. When do you guys follow up with your prospects after the meetings? Okay, we got Carmen saying immediately, Lisa immediately, Sunny saying 5 minutes, Demita within 30 minutes, 5 minutes after the meeting. It depends. If it's a 6 p.m., I will wait till the next day. Immediately, 5 minutes. 6 my text message to follow up top of the hour within the first 15 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you. Oopsies, sorry guys. How soon after the meeting do you follow up? And more importantly, what do you say, right? 2 important things. Big thing that I always say is you want to strike when the kettle is hot. What does that mean? People tend to say yes when they, sorry guys, when they are emotionally in it. They are excited and emotions are high. Now is the time to strike. Okay, guys, now is the time to strike with them. They're excited. oh my God, I just spent an hour learning about all the different ways that I can make money from home. I can travel for free, discounted. I can earn all this residual income. They're excited. They are excited. Use that momentum, guys. Use that momentum. They're going to be more willing to say yes when they're excited. People buy with their emotions. Have you ever heard that? People buy with their emotions. Use that emotional moment when they're excited to strike, right? Don't wait, because guess what? You wait and maybe they talked about it with somebody who's iffy, somebody who always is self-critical of their decisions. They talk them down. They think about it overnight and then they start self-doubting themselves, right? So if you wait, you allow this excitement to dwindle. And when their excitement dwindles, again, a lot of other things may come into play. So that's why it's so critical, guys, to strike when the iron is hot. Okay? I follow up with my people literally within like 5 minutes of the meeting ending. What do you guys say? What do you guys say at the end of every meeting? How do you guys follow up? How do you guys follow up with your prospects? Go ahead and put it in the chat. CYN, sorry, says, what do you like most? What do you guys say to your prospects? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Like I said, guys, I like everybody to be interactive with me, guys. This is really good to see what it is everybody's saying, because this moment of honesty allows us to be able to self-improve, right? When we're honest with what we're doing, again, that gives us the opportunity for me to really look and digest everything that you guys are doing to help you, right? So anything that I correct here, guys, don't take it personal. Don't feel like I'm pinpointing you directly. It's all because I want to improve your strategies and hone in on your percentage to close more people, okay? Hi, I saw you at the meeting. Could you please tell me what you liked about what you heard? Thanks for coming in. What did you like best? Say thank you. And what did you like most about the business? Great opportunity. What did you like the most? What did you like the most? Okay, so some of you are pretty much right on the head. I pretty much say, hey, whoopsies. Hey, name. What did you like best about the meeting? Okay. I personally don't really thank them. This is the way I think about it. When you interview for a job opportunity, are they kissing your feet, thanking you that you came to the interview? Think about that. Are they kissing your feet, thanking you that you came to the meeting or came to the interview? Not really, right? Not really. Yeah, so I'm wondering what your thoughts are about it. Do you have any questions? Are you interested in moving forward? That's really all open-ended stuff, guys. Okay, I'm gonna let me kind of explain this. Okay, anything else shows lack of posture. Remember, we talked about posture in the beginning. Do not ask what they liked if they think this is for them. No, no, no. You are opening yourself up for a negative answer, okay? You're opening yourself up for a negative answer, okay? Notice, what did you like best about the meeting? Guess what I am leading them down the path to? I'm leading them down a path to give me all of the positive things that they liked about the meeting. I'm not asking them, what did they think? So what are you thinking? What are your thoughts? Right? Again, think back to if you're interviewing for a job, do you think an employer is going to take that stance with you? Hey, Susie, what did you think about this interview? Hey, Susie, what do you think about this job? No, they're not. They're not going to take that posture, right? So what you really want to be asking is, what did you like best about the meeting? Okay. This is going, again, to elicit a positive response. Now, does that mean you're never going to get a negative answer? Does that mean you're never going to get anything but positive? No. All of this is catered to increase your percentages of closing people, okay? Remember, we're not here to close 100 out of 100 people. We're here to close the people who see the opportunity and want to join, okay? So my response, I agree, oopsies, I agree with everything they like. Okay, everything they like. Hey, what did you like best about the meeting? Can you guys give me some examples of what people say to you in a positive way? What are some things you guys get that people like about the meeting? Go ahead and put it in the chat. What do you get some things that people say that they like about the meeting? Free cruise, work from home, like the pay scale for residual. Great. I like the perks. Okay. Let's do I like the perks. The travel perks are awesome. And a great tax deduction as well. Oops, I'm not spelling that right. Tax it off as well. You know what I do? Sounds like I am welcoming you to the family. Oh my God, Sarah, you are that straightforward. Yep. Yep. Let's say they say, I love working from home. I love that I get to work from home, not home, home as well, and create a schedule that fits my lifestyle. Sounds like we are welcoming you to the family. You notice a habit here? I quickly agree with them. And then what is my go-to phrase after I agree with them? What is my go-to phrase after I agree with them? What is my go-to phrase after I agree with them? Sounds like I'm welcoming you to the family. Sounds like I'm welcoming you to the family. Okay, I'm basically getting ready to onboard them, right? I'm inviting them. I'm striking while the kettle's hot. So I'm using the first 5 minutes to follow up with them. Their emotions are high. They're excited. They want in. I'm asking them what they liked. I'm building off that excitement. And then boom, I'm agreeing with them. Okay. I don't care if I've never used a travel perk, right? I still love all the travel benefits, right? And then I'm welcoming them to the family. I'm literally asking them, are you joining, right? That is a very strategic way to ask them, like, hey, you're in, right? I'm asking them right then and there. Sounds like we're welcoming you to the family. That is my close. Okay. They're going to say, yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait. What are my next steps? And then what do you guys send them immediately after that? Once they say that, they're in. What do you guys send them immediately after that? Your welcome link, right? Your enrollment link. Don't try to chit chat with them, right? Now is the time where you need to be focused on the closed. Now is the time that you want to be focused on the close. Send them that link. Get them signed up, right? Get them signed up. Now, that is the perfect scenario, right? That is a scenario in which everything goes well. The close is easy. They're excited. They're in. But we all know that's not always the 100% scenario, right? Sometimes you're going to get a little bit of a kickback, right? Sometimes you're going to get a little bit of a kickback. How many of you I'll give you some scenarios, okay? What do you say to how many of you have gotten this? Who says they want to sign up, but they don't have the money? How many of you have ever gotten that response? Any of you got that response? I love it, everything's great, but I don't have the money. I'm broke, just lost my job. I don't get paid till Friday, right? Right? So I'm going to give you guys a couple scenarios, right? Because people can say this a couple different ways. And I think it's important for you guys to understand some of the follow-ups in a couple of different ways this may be said to you, okay? So I'm going to give you two classic scenarios. I hope you guys are taking notes. How many of you guys are writing this down? How many of you guys are writing this down? Okay, cool. All right, so prospect says, if I could spell prospect right. Oh my goodness. Says, I love everything, but I don't have the money right now. How many of you guys get this? I love everything, but I just don't have the money right now. Yes, you guys have gotten this response before? A lot. Okay. No, I don't want you to say that, Tanya. Thank you for being honest, but no. This is what I want you guys to say. No problem. When will you have the money to enroll so that I can help you launch your business? Okay. All right. So what's going to happen? They're going to tell you, I'm going to be ready to go on Friday. I'm going to be ready to go on, next Wednesday. They're going to give you some sort of date, right? For the most part. Okay. They're going to give you some sort of date. Okay. So once the prospect tells you a day, I usually say, like, let's say they say, I'm going to be ready to go on Friday, right? I always follow up by asking, great, what time on Friday, for example, right? This is an example. What time on, how about I do this? What time on X date? Will you be ready so I can lock you in my calendar to follow up and get you started? Okay, see what I'm doing there, guys? See what I'm doing there, guys? Does anybody? I am putting the ball back in my court. How many of you guys say, a prospect will tell you, hey, Susie, I'm going to be ready on Friday. How many of you guys have said, okay, follow up with me Friday? Any of you guys have told your prospects that okay, follow up with me then. Follow up with me then. That was one of the classic mistakes that I was doing. And I really had to learn this technique, right? So everything that I do is putting the ball back in my court. So I get a date, right? I get a day and then I get a time, okay? I don't get a date without a time. I get both, a date and time, okay? So here, what I'm doing, because if you say, okay, I'm going to be ready on Friday. Okay, I'll follow up with you on Friday. Well, when Friday? You text them first thing at 8 o'clock and you're like, well, they said they'd be ready to go on Friday. I text them and now you're waiting, right? But what I'm doing by creating a date and a time and telling them I'm locking them into my calendar, I've now made a follow-up appointment, right? Does that mean they're going to be responsive 100% of the time? Not always, right? Not always. But again, everything that I'm doing is to make my closing percentage go up higher, okay? Go up higher, okay? So once they tell me a date, once they give me both a date and time, okay, I follow up by saying, great, I will follow up with you on X date and X time. Guess what? Make sure you follow up, right? Make sure you follow up, right? This is going to give you a much stronger closing. Don't just let them off the hook with, oh, I don't have money. Oh, okay, thanks. Follow up with that. Don't be scared to ask, because if they're really, truly interested, right? Maybe they're saying that they don't have the money today, but they'll tell you that they're going to get paid tomorrow and they're going to sign up tomorrow. Well, gee, isn't that a lot more self-reassuring to know that than to just be like, oh, okay, just hit me up when you do, right? I'm putting the ball back in my court. I'm leading with posture, right? All right. So with that being said, there are going to be a variety of different objections that you're going to get met with. I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure how I'm going to get clients. How many of you got that? I'm still not sure how I'm going to get clients. I'm not sure if this is legitimate. I don't understand what the $69.95 is for, right? All of these, I'm sure, are objections that you guys have gotten at one certain time, right? What is the $69.95 for, right? Okay. How many of you guys tried to fight that objective, and how many of you guys hit up your platinum? Sunny, that was me. Oh, that's funny. Nope. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, don't do that alone. Do not do that alone. Do not try to fight those objectives, okay? Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm going to make it so that it's down lower here. You are met with any sort of objections other than the money. What do you do? I'm gonna phrase this like, stop. Do not reply. Instead, take a screenshot and text your platinum the screenshot. This is why I ask you guys, do you know who your platinum is? Stop. Do not reply. Instead, take a screenshot and text your platinum the screenshot. Why is that? A lot of the times, guys, you will get, or you'll try to respond back technically, okay? Or you'll say something and maybe it's not the right thing. This is really where there's a craft in closing. And for any of you guys that have learned or have heard Amy more on a three-way call, any of you guys that have utilized me for a close, any of you guys that have used Krista or Destiny, you guys are going to understand there is a craft to closing, okay? Not all objections are always met the same way, okay? And it's when you can mirror and watch your platinum and how they close, then you can start to get the verbiage. Then you can kind of understand. Sometimes there's something going on psychologically with that client. or with that prospect where they can be saying, you know, I'm not sure how I'm going to get clients. You don't always want to answer that technically. That might be like, they just need extra reassurance, right? And so that's where utilizing your platinum is going to come into play, because we're going to be able to kind of read between the lines and kind of really understand what's going on with that prospect and give them a better close. Okay. We might say, you know, we might tell you, okay, let's get on a three-way, or we might give you, how about this? How many of you guys would love a copy and paste response to one of those objections? How many of you guys would like a copy and paste response to one of those objections? Not sure how to get clients. Boom, you text your platinum and they give you a copy and paste response to your prospect. That's literally what we do, guys. That's literally what we do. Okay. We want to help you. Watching and seeing your platinum close a prospect, you will naturally learn how to effectively close yourself. Okay, my platinums, ask Amy Moore how many times she used me to close her prospects when she first started in the business. Want to know why Amy's a 1-star double platinum? It sure as heck wasn't because she thought, oh, I'm going to do everything on my own. I'm going to learn how to close everybody on my own. I'm never going to ask for help. I don't want to seem weak. I don't want to seem like I'm needy. I don't want to seem like I can't do this. She had the very opposite mindset. And you know what? This is what my leader's here for. I want to learn from my leader. I want to see how my leader does it so I can learn how to do it myself. So guess what? Amy Moore asked me to close over and over and over and over again until Amy watched me and heard me so many times, she learned it herself. Oh, that's why Sarah's answering like that. Oh, that's how I can really answer that objective. That makes much more sense. I have agents who will literally keep notepads of the copy and paste scripts that I give them to close their prospects. And then they have like a category, a library of like closing paragraphs or closing responses, right? And voila, right? You start to learn it on your own, okay? Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, nor does it mean we will think you are not smart or not capable. Quite the opposite, okay? Asking for help is a sign of strength. Okay, we are a team. Let us work together, okay? The reason this organization has grown to over 300 people is not because I did it alone, guys. Definitely not because I did it alone. I used my team to work together, and together we created a strong board of leaders to be able to help multiple agents, okay? Asking for help. We are better together than apart, okay? So now with that being said, follow up, right? Because sometimes you're going to get a couple different scenarios, right? You're going to get people, maybe, how about the people, let me see. Let's give you a script for those that, how about that needed to be rescheduled? Ever have that? You follow up with somebody, they're like, oh shoot, life just happened, I need to reschedule. You have those people, people that were no-shows to meetings. Or how about the people that you know attended but ghosted? Right? This is going to be the script to send a follow-up to these people 2 weeks after the meeting and every 2 weeks after that until they tell you to go away. So once somebody tells me like they're not interested or no, thank you, no longer interested, then I stop texting them the follow-up, right? A lot of people don't know how to say no. And so I will just keep asking them. You never know, because I'm going to tell you guys something. Sometimes it just isn't the right time for that person, right? I don't delete any texts that I have from prospects, okay? Unless they tell me like, no, I'm out. I'm not interested, okay? Why? I've been doing this for over 3 years, guys, okay? I can tell you that I sometimes get texts from people who went to a meeting 6 months ago, who went to a meeting a year ago, who went to a meeting 2 months ago, 4 months ago, and they were not aligned to start then, but they are now, right? So much can happen in 3 months. So much can happen in 2 months. Shoot, I moved to a different state, right? In the last 2 months, I moved, right? Maybe somebody had just passed away. It was a hard time. Now that they've grieved a little bit, they're ready to kind of start something new. So many things could happen, okay? So what do I say to those that fit this criteria, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste. Oops. Because I have a script here. So here we go. Okay. So see the script? Hello, this is Sarah. Hello, this is Amy. Hello, this is whatever. You had reached out to me about becoming a travel agent. We have been crazy busy and I wanted to check and see if you were still interested in jumping on board and working as a travel agent. I would love to get you set up and booking travel. Please let me know if you're ready to get started or if you would like to schedule a meeting to learn more. My next available meeting is, and I give them the next 2 meeting times, okay? Give them the next 2 meeting times only, okay? Why would you do that on LinkedIn? You should be having their phone number, right? So this is that's part of team building 101. I don't team build via email, right? As soon as I get a prospect, I'm getting their number. As soon as they're agreeing to a meeting, I'm getting their number. People don't check their emails. People don't check their LinkedIns often, but a text message pops up as a notification on your phone immediately. No, Sunny, you can go ahead and copy and paste, or you can go ahead and take a screenshot. But I'm really, really big on this, guys. It takes you 3 seconds to screenshot and write that out on your own. How bad do you really want it? Okay. So you can take a screenshot, or my best advice is to take a screenshot of that. Only because, guys, when you write something down or you retype it out, it stays in your memory much longer. Okay. And that's one thing that I'm really, really big on with any of the workshops that I do, because it's going to teach you more on a psychological level and it's going to be embedded more into your mind when you do that. Okay. So the next follow-up, and I will scroll up so that you can keep it. Okay. All right. So how many of you guys have sent somebody a link? They say that they're ready to go. You send them a link and then nothing. Has anything ever happened to you? You send them a link, they're ready to go, and you're like, what the heck? What the heck? Okay. When do you follow up with them? So this would be, let me see. People, I'll say prospects. Prospects you gave the link to. That said, they were ready to go, but never enrolled, ghosted you after. Okay. I follow up. So let's say I gave the link to somebody today and then I never heard back from them. So I will follow up. I will follow up the day after. Okay, and I will say, hey, and guys, I'm not following up via email or LinkedIn. I always have my prospect's phone number. If they're going to a meeting, they don't get the Zoom information for the meeting until I get their phone number. Okay. Or if you're on a board or whatever, that Calendly should be so you're collecting their phone number, and instead of letting all the automation happen through Calendly, I text them follow-ups. I don't just let Calendly follow up for me. I text them my follow-ups. Okay. So I will text, hey, whatever the name is, I have not seen the enrollment for you come through yet. And then I ask them a question. When did you plan on getting started? Again, why do I do this? I want a date. I want a time, not just, hey, I haven't seen the enrollment come from you yet. Okay, great, bye. Right? But I'm putting it back on them, right? I'm keeping the ball in my court. When did you plan to get started? This is letting them, kind of, hey, I want some accountability. When are you going to get started? Because guess what? If they give you a date, I'm going to get started on Friday. Great. What time Friday? Great. I have you down. I'll follow up with you on Friday, 2 p.m. Right? Do you guys see how everything, I'm kind of keeping control of that prospect, right? So, again, everything's about creating that control for you to be able to increase your percentages of closing that prospect. Okay. Was this helpful for you guys? Did you guys like this training? Did you guys learn some good nuggets to be able to follow up and hopefully close stronger?
Yes.
How many of you guys are going to start utilizing your leadership more? How many of you guys are going to start utilizing your leadership more? Guys, I kind of want to set this meeting off with some mindset, okay? Team building. Not everybody's going to stay, guys. Not everybody's going to stay. Some people are going to sign up and immediately quit. Some people are going to use the 10-day trial period to figure out if this is for them, and they may quit within those 10 days. Some people will be here 4 months. Some people might be here a year. Okay, people are going to quit on you. This is what I always say. Okay, people usually quit the business for 2 reasons. And it really does come down to these 2 reasons, okay? When we are broadly talking about it, okay? 1, they don't believe in themselves, okay? 2, they don't believe in this company, okay? So what does this sound like? I just don't have people I know who travel. I suck at sales. Don't think I have the time, right? I can go on and on. All of this leads to, I don't believe in myself enough. That's all it really leads down to, okay? I don't believe in this company. Reached out to mentor multiple times. No response. Keep going to trainings. It gets canceled. Okay. Don't let number 2 be the reason why people quit. Okay. This is why I say to all my trainers and presenters, you guys are making a commitment to your team when you sign up for a training. 1 hour, 1 time a week. Treat that like a serious commitment. Don't be part of number 2. Now, people get sick, people get the flu, especially right now. Things happen. But if you're going to sign up for a training or a presentation, treat that like a serious commitment. People are counting on you. Your other leaders are counting on you. People who are day 2 or day 1 or week 3 are counting on you. Okay? Don't let people quit because of number 2. Now, number 1, guys, people are going to quit because of number 1. There's nothing that you can do. Sometimes we can teach people to have self-confidence. Sometimes we can help them with that. And sometimes we can't. It's okay. People at the end of the day are going to be people. If somebody's going to quit on me, it's not going to be because of number 2. It's going to be because of number 1 and because I wasn't able, they weren't allowing me to help them. Does that make sense? And what it all comes down to, guys, is these 2 reasons. No matter how or what reason you're going to give me, they can be broken up into these 2 categories. I promise you. Okay? People are going to quit. It's okay. It's part of the process. Just like I tell you guys, not everybody you invite to a meeting is going to go. Not everybody that goes is going to sign up. I'm going to give you guys some perspective. I've been doing this for over 3 years. I'm a 2-star double platinum. Anybody want to guess how many agents I have direct to me on my main account? How many agents do I have direct to me on my main account after you think I've been in this business for over 3 years? Out of 7 agents, should give you guys some perspective here. When the numbers are updating, it doesn't really reflect much. It's going to say that. So out of 7 agents, guys, you're a team of over 3,000 people. Okay. So what does that mean? Over the 3 years that I've been in this business on my main account, I've had 77 people sign up on my main account. 77 people that have signed up on my account. Only 7 have stayed. Does that give you guys some perspective? But out of those 7, those lineages grew me to 2-star double platinum. Okay. So I kind of wanted to leave off with that, with those tidbits, so you guys could kind of have that mental mindset of what the realistic expectations are when you're building this organization for yourself. Okay. Alrighty, guys. If you found this training useful, I want you to do me a huge favor. If you could, please go back into your chats, into your Discords, and let others know about this training. Why? I want others to be able to get the help just like you guys. And sometimes when I tell people about trainings, it's kind of like mom telling you that something's cool. But like if your friend or your sister or your brother tells you it's cool, you're like, okay, now I'm going to check it out, right? So if you could please help me out by doing that, just let people know that you got some good tidbits, that you're recommending this class. That way we can get more people to this. We can get more of your team on this and get more people building the correct way, more people closing, more people earning a higher residual income. Everybody grows, everybody's happy, and we can move this momentum of this team and grow it to double the size. I want 5 new platinums by the end of this year. Okay. And the only way we're going to do that is by getting you guys moving and by getting other people on this team moving and moving in a positive direction that will help them improve their business so that everybody can be earning a good size residual income. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Hope you guys are getting your holiday shopping in, spending time with your family, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.